A fake iPhone is on display next to a mobile designed for the elderly in the V&A's new outpost in Shenzhen, southern China, the first overseas branch in the museum's history, which opens on Saturday. Both phones were made nearby, one the product of the region's many counterfeit factories, the other developed by a young local designer with an enlarged keypad and SOS button. It might look like a simple moral pairing of the bad copy versus the good innovation, until you learn that the knockoff iPhone was also an improvement on the original. It features a double SIM card slot, essential for the many people who shuttle between Shenzhen and Hong Kong. We wanted to show that the copycat China stereotype isn't as black and white as people might think, says Brendan Cormier, curator of the V&A's inaugural exhibition, Values of Design, which sees 250 items loaned from the London institution's collection for the next 2 years, including a handful of new contemporary Chinese acquisitions. Shenzhen has gone from being a place where things are simply made, to a center of innovation where these truly disruptive products are being designed. Transformed from a sleepy fishing village to a 15 million strong megalopolis in just 35 years, Shenzhen is a suitably high-speed laboratory for the venerable museum's first foray into setting up an international outpost. Initiated just 3 years ago, the idea for the V&A satellite came at the invitation of China Merchants Group, which wanted a cultural anchor for its latest waterfront property development, an idea it had tested by hosting an architecture biennale on various industrial sites slated for redevelopment. As one of the country's oldest and biggest state-owned conglomerates, with fingers in every pie, from container shipping to mining, banking and real estate, CMG led China's first flirtation with free market capitalism in 1979, when the Shekou Peninsula, where the museum is located, became the test bed for Deng Xiaoping's reform and opening policy. As the outward-looking cradle of modern China, where land reform, private enterprise and foreign investment were first nurtured, it is a fitting place for the V&A to be testing its own international ambitions. It is increasingly important to be showing what the UK is good at overseas, says the museum's deputy director, Tim Reeve, echoing the Brexit-conscious rhetoric of his new boss, Tristram Hunt. When the Louvre opened its outpost in Abu Dhabi last month, Hunt hailed the project as a template for the mix of ingenuity, vision and spirit of collaboration which post-Brexit Britain will need to display on the world stage. Although it was conceived by his late predecessor, the energetic Martin Roth, the Shenzhen project is the V&A's light-footed version of that ambition. It's a very different model to the Louvre, says Reeve. We want to be more nimble and responsive, creating something suitable to the particular context here, than we might go somewhere else. The V&A Gallery occupies part of the ground floor of the new Sea World Culture and Arts Center, a vast RMB 13 billion, £146 million, building designed by the 89-year-old Japanese architect Fumihiko Maki, sandwiched between luxury apartment towers and a Hilton hotel. Cascading steps lead up between boxy white cantilevered volumes of granite and aluminium to a big planted roof terrace, from where you can take in expansive views across the bay to Hong Kong, and back to the bristling skyline of Shenzhen.